Oh, good morning. God damn, motherfucker. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Freedom marchers, freedom family, freedom lovers and freedom fighters, Snapzilla gorillas in the building, hitting y'all upside the head with this impromptu live stream, which I was not planning to do. Wasn't planning on doing a live stream today, but I figured I'd touch on this. Okay. I wanted to talk about some reality. And the reality I want to talk about today. Salute to Orange Lily for you. Salute to the beautiful Orange Lily for you. How you doing this morning? God damn. The sun is killer. Killer. Anyway. In the world of boxing, which is what I'm talking about today, in the world of boxing talk, in the YouTube streets, it's time to realize that a house built on Tonka Twucks will not stand. Okay? The house built on Tonka Twucks will not stand. And you can see the crash out occurring before your very eyes. Salute to my brother Lithouse. Assalamu alaikum, my brother. So, this is just a truism. A house built on Tonka Twucks will not stand. And so the crash out is very, very real, and it's beautiful to see. Okay? Now, I'm talking about a house in particular, and I decided not to put his real name, which is off Pity Pat, in the title. Now, it's not just him, right? It's also Fanon, Dean by no means, all these guys. South Sucker, right? South Sucker's one of them. You know the usual suspects. And the desperation to revive, right, their credibility, to perform damage control is wild. And so what they do is they recruit all these minions, right? Yeah, they recruit minions to go onto their panels to form peanut galleries, okay? And they say the wildest shit this side and in this side and the other side of the Mississippi, and this side and the other side of the equator, all right? It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Now, Knockoff Pity Pat did a live stream last night, I guess, to respond to, the haters and the Devin Haney fans and the sneak dissers and all this other shit, right? Still bitching and moaning. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing. I just skimmed through it. Stopped at pockets here and there. And he's still bitching and moaning about the sneak dissing while sneak dissing. Still not mentioning names as far as I can tell, right? Talking about New York and Milwaukee and New Jersey and all this silly shit. Like, Knockoff Pity Pat is a big fat pussy lip. You understand what I'm talking about? A big fat pussy lip, right? And he continues to display this. But nonetheless, life gets breathed into him by his usual minions. These guys and gals that like to come up and, they say stupid shit like Devin Haney is in Tonka Twucks' shadow. That is a good one. Some chick, I don't know her name, God bless her, said that, Devin Haney fans are this and that, we're mad and we're scrambling and we're desperate and, all these different things. Oh, Devin's living in Tonka Twucks' shadow. What? What? Where are we getting this from? Salute to my brother, Flying Guillotine in the building. help me understand this. If those of you who know anything about boxing, I know it's political folks come through, but maybe someone later on or watches the replay and helps me understand, how is Devin living in Tonka Twucks' shadow? How is he in his shadow? Is it because Devin tried to fight Tonka Twucks at some point? Is this what we're talking about? Right? Is that why? Because what other reason do we have to say that? What path has Tonka Twucks walked down that Devin is trying to walk down? Because in order to be in someone's shadow, you have to be on the same path, right? You have to be on the same path. That means that you're standing behind that person and the sun is shining on them and the shadow is being cast across you. Yes, take is washed. Where am I driving? To my business. So, how are they on the same path? Has Tonka Twucks forged a path during his career that Devin is trying to go down? What are we talking about? You've been watching Jerron Boots Ennis? He's great. Very skilled, just not challenged. You know, he hasn't really faced any challenges. That's my problem with Jerron Boots Ennis. Make sure y'all hit the like button up in here. Can someone tell me what path? Because usually when you say that someone's in someone's shadow, then the person that's in the shadow is on the same path, or they're on the same trajectory, or they're trying to emulate a person they're looking up to, or a person that is bigger than life, that is doing the same thing you're doing, or has done what you're trying to do. Devin Tonka Twucks has not led by any example. He has not demonstrated that anyone should be in the shadow. I don't understand this line of thinking, right? Because this is why I say the house built on Tonka Twucks will not stand. You stack all the Tonka Twucks together. You try to build a shelter out of it. But what is a Tonka Twucks made of at the end of the day? Plastic, right? Plastic, you know, cheap plastic from China. That's what it's made from. Wafi, salute to you. Good morning. Pickle Pan, salute. Now, let's talk about the paths. Tonka Twucks' path was not paved or tread by him himself, right? Because, you know, knock off Pity Pat and these other people, all of a sudden, they don't care about belts. Belts don't matter. Belts ain't shit. The sanctioning bodies get paid by this, that, and the third promoter. All this, that, and the third, right? Complete and utter nonsense, right? The belts. What are the belts? You can't feed families with belts. You can't do shit with belts, right? This is the line of thinking. This is what they believe. They have to believe it because Tonka Twucks believes that. So why believe in any other fighter that is in any division fighting or trying to move up or trying to become a contender? Why even bother supporting any other fighter than Tonka Twucks? What's the point of being a boxing fan and analyzing and studying and talking about boxing in the professional realm if you're not going to, I don't know, give a fuck fight in the professional rankings? What is the point? That would be my question. So now the narrative is because Devin's trying to unify at 147. Belts don't matter. Mahino Mino Pino Dino says, hey, let me tell you something. Jesus, oh, salute to you. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Now, Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Salute to the Nigerian Nightmare. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me. Thank you. Now, we have to really come to terms with our position, right? Now belts don't matter. Belts ain't shit. The sanctioning bodies are corrupt. There's nepotism. There's people buying positions in the rankings. They're moving things around all funny style. And I won't disagree. Right? I won't disagree. I won't disagree that there's some shenanigans going on in the rankings with the belts, right? Right? We know that certain promoters have certain sway with certain sanctioning bodies. That's a problem, right? I can acknowledge that. I can acknowledge it. But at the same time, you know, people are pushing back. You got Terrence Crawford. He just told a silly man to keep your fucking belt. I'm not paying your extra little fees. And you got to respect that, right? So, yes, there are some shenanigans going on with the belt. Do they take too much money from the fighters? Do we not know where the money's going? Sure. Yeah, you have those problems in the sport of boxing. But at the same time, right, you have Terrence Crawford. Changes are about to be made. Turkey came in, and maybe the belts will be irrelevant at some point, and there can be a true single-sitting champion, and every other fighter, right, you have a tournament. Maybe you have tournaments going on. Maybe you have something going on where it's a lot more streamlined. It makes a lot more sense, where the rankings are logical and make sense, right? This is why I don't really pay attention to the ranking stuff, because it's like, okay. But at the end of the day, we know there are 4 belts out there. So if you have an individual for each belt, you know those are the top 4 fighters in that division, or they should be. That's really the point, though, right? And then you have the lineal champion, right? One of those guys are the lineal champion. Now, what you do know about those belt holders are they are supposed to be the top dogs of the division. So what you want to do as one of those top dogs in the division is prove that you are the top dog in the division. Oh, yeah. You pay for each belt except for the ring belt. The ring belt doesn't have stationing fees. Now, you know those are the top 4 guys. The only thing the belt does is signify that those are the top guys. That's what the belts do. So if you beat those top 4 guys, or you beat the top 3 guys other than yourself, then guess what? You're essentially doing what you're trying to do, trying to get those belts. You don't just go and say, oh, Devin doesn't just go to Rolly and say, hey, man, let me get that belt off you. And Rolly is not going to say, here you go, pal. No, you got to motherfucking fight for the belts. That's the point, right? You fight for the belt. You beat that guy. You now have 2 belts. That means that you beat one of the top guys in the division. Then you go after the other 2 guys. You beat those guys. You're the best guy in the division. You're unified champ. You're undisputed. Undisputed means that there's no dispute that you're the top dog at the fucking division. Not because you have 4 belts. No, you have proven yourself to be number 1 in the division. That's what undisputed is. That means that when the other top dogs at the division came at you, you proved that you were at the tippy top. You proved that you were better than all of them. That's what it's undisputed. That's what that means. Not because, oh, well, I got 4 belts and a ring belt. No. That's not what that means. Salute to the Uncle Stormy B, man. Salute to the Sensei. Marcy T. Prayer Warrior up in here. Thank you guys for coming through. Usually I do my political talks in the morning, but I got a huge collaboration coming up with my brother, I Am Trill Will, coming on politics probably this afternoon. So I got to figure out, because I want to do a stream on my channel and a stream on his channel as well. So I want to dual stream. So, yeah, we're going to get that cracking. Anyway, so think about this. When you are undisputed, it doesn't mean, oh, well, I got 4 belts. No, it means that you beat the top guys. And guess what you have to do to remain undisputed? You have to defend your position. You defend your position as the top dog. You defend your position as the very best. You're not just defending, you're not defending the belts, right? That's just a symbol. That's a symbol of what you did to get there. No, you are defending your position as the top dog. I don't care, yo. Sent 100. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay, I don't care, yo. I'm gay. Sure, why not? You want me to be gay because you're attracted to me. I get it. I get it. Now, if you keep spamming that, I got to get you out of here. We don't do spam up in here. You want me to be gay because you're attracted to me. It's okay. I'm handsome, good looking, got these green eyes and a beautiful beard. I get it. But, listen, God made me attractive. I'm not attractive because I'm gay. You just want me to be gay. It's okay. Anyway, so when you are undisputed, you're the top dog. You have to continue to prove that you're the top dog by continuing to defend your position. Thank you, Orange Lily, for you. I appreciate that. And that's why they mad, because beautiful women like you find me attractive. It's okay. I don't know why you guys are concerned about whether or not I'm gay. What? Anyway, y'all some wild ones up in here. That's what that means. But we have a problem with it now. We got a problem with proving that we're the top fighter at a division because, well, the belts. Okay, there's some shenanigans going on with the station bodies. At the end of the day, these guys still have to fight for these belts. You can maneuver in position, but guess what? You're not maneuvering in positioning a fighter because they suck, right? Think about that. If they do maneuver, they do pull shenanigans, but they're not doing it for a fighter who's ass, right? I mean, look at Abdullah Mason. How did he get positioned to fight Sam Noakes for that belt so quickly? Bob Arum probably maneuvered. But guess what? Abdullah Mason, he's that shit. Yeah, he got some scrap in him. He knows how to fight. He knows how to box. Salute to D-Man Jr. I salute you for coming through. So, Abdullah Mason had to have something special in order for a Bob Arum to invest in him and position him to get that opportunity. So they don't just position and maneuver people that are ass and they don't believe can actually make something out of their maneuvering. No, they're going to maneuver people they believe have an opportunity in a position and have demonstrated something, right? It is what it is. Now, Rolly and Ryan Garcia fighting for the WBA belt at 147, I think that was ridiculous, right? But it is what it is. It is what it is. And Devin said that he wants to be the top guy at the division. And in order to be considered the top guy at the division, you have to go after the belt holders. That just is what it is. Now, you remove the belt holders, you make one champion. Just one champion, one belt. The lineal champion, that's it. You get rid of all the station bodies, you have no belts. Guess what you still have to do to get to that position? You have to fight the top guys in those divisions to be the top guy. So you do that with the belt, or you do that without belts in the division. That's what this is all about. But now we attack the belts because the belt is the straw man here. I hope you guys understand that. When Knockoff Pity Pat and his panel of idiotic minions, when they attack the belts, they're attacking the straw man because it's an easy target. It's the low-hanging fruit. See, this is why Knockoff Pity Pat refuses to acknowledge what I'm saying about his stupid shit. Yes, Yard is a very good fighter, just loses at the world level. It is what it is. It still happens, yes. But these fighters are choosing to continue to compete in these sanction bodies with this knowledge. They are deciding, you know what? This is what we got. What else do we have in professional boxing? They're professional boxers. So what is available to them are these divisions with these sanctioning bodies. So that's what they're doing. Now, if you have such a huge problem with the sanctioning bodies and the belts, that now all of a sudden, when a guy goes to try to collect belts, because you want to say, oh, well, Rolly Romero is an easy target. Mario Barrios is an easy target. All this silly, stupid shit. If you want to say that, if that's your position, then I have to wonder why you're covering the sport of boxing professionally. Yes, Knockoff Pity Pat. He calls himself Knockout Boxing, but there's nothing knockout about him. So I'll call him Knock It Off Pity Pat. You know, sometimes in the sport of boxing, fighters pity pat, and it's not really effective. That's what knockoff is. He's Knockoff Pity Pat. Now, I have to wonder why you are covering the sport of boxing. Right? Why aren't you talking about how Tonka Truck Davis was getting that same benefit from that maneuvering that you complained about, Knockoff Pity Pat? You know, all the nepotism and all this, that, and the third. All this, they put people in the position. They pay for this and pay for that. They pay to put these people. But how did Tonka Truck get the WBA Super at 130? Do you want to talk about that? See, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, right? When are you going to shit on Tonka Truck for accepting an email belt when Devin Haney vacated 135? We going to talk about that? How was that maneuvered? How did that happen? No? Why would... See, Tonka Truck, that's your guy. You built your house on him. But now you're coming after belt holders. You're coming after Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford decided to allow Mauricio Suleiman to take the belt. And you're shitting on Terrence Crawford because people are giving him credit for that. They're saying, good on you, Terrence Crawford. You would think you would be happy that Terrence Crawford did that. Because that speaks to your position, right? That speaks to what you believe. You believe that the belts ain't shit. You don't care about the belts. But when Terrence Crawford relinquishes the belt and says, fuck your belt, now you want to bitch and moan about Terrence Crawford doing that and people giving him and applauding him for that? Because Kamal Oz came in your chat and dropped a super chat and said, oh, well, what's his name? Riddick Bowe or one of them motherfuckers trashed their WBC belt. Well, why did that happen? Wasn't it because whatever Lennox Lewis was coming after? That's a different story, right? Why did he really trash his belt? Nonetheless, Do you appreciate the belts or no? That's the question. Man, it's so damn hot. Oh, I gotta turn this heat down, goddammit. Think about that. Queen Mother Shaquila's in the building. Salute to Macaholic. Snoopy Mac. Salute to my brother Snoopy Mac in the building. Dream team. What are my thoughts on Joseph Parker? What, cocaine? I mean, he wanted to enjoy the cocaine. I'm an anarchist. I'm a freedom lover. So if a guy wants to use cocaine, I mean, but he voluntarily signed up and participated in the sport of boxing, which does not allow you to do that. So if you go in with that knowledge and you decide to do the cocaine anyway, well, there are repercussions for your actions. It is what it is. And cocaine can be considered to be a performance enhancing drug because it's an upper, right? It gives you energy, it gives you endurance, right? It's not good for you in abusive form, but it can give you some enhancements, right? Really gotta, it's not a downer. It's not weed. Cocaine is an upper. So you got to think about that as well. Like, can cocaine mask other performance enhancing drugs? I have no idea. I don't know that much about that. Salute to OG Mr. Mott dropping a $5 super chat on your boy. Maybe you will set up. I don't know. But the bottom line is, here's the problem. Now you acknowledge knockoff pity pat in your minions. Belts ain't shit. Belts are this and belts are that. Then why cover the sport? Why does Tonka Truck still have his belt? Why hasn't he dropped his belt and just said, fuck it? Why not just fight in exhibitions? What are we doing? Your position is fuck them belts. The belts ain't shit. Belts ain't that. Okay. Then don't cover professional boxing because that's what it's about. It's about that. That's what these fighters are doing. The top guys have belts or they're coming for belts because they want to be the top guy at their division. There just happens to be a belt there that signifies that. So I don't understand why your weed is not a stimulant. A stimulant? Now, depending on the strain, right? You might have one strain is less of a downer than others. It's a depressant, not a depression. And I didn't say weed was a depressant. I said it's a downer. It's a difference, right? Weed relaxes you. Marijuana relaxes you, right? That's what it does. It relaxes your muscles. Even if it doesn't matter what strain you have. One strain is more, right? Sativa and indica, right? I forgot which strain is which, but one strain is more relaxing than the other. But they're not enhancers. They're not going to enhance performance at all, right? Not in the least bit. So that's my question. Yes. Well, I don't mess with weed. Yes, indica is more relaxing. Thank you, Stephen X. Yes, indica is more relaxing. Am I back, y'all? Can y'all hear me? Let me know if y'all... Okay, I'll mute it. Hold on. All right, so I got to get out of here, but listen. Devin's not in anybody's shadow. Devin's not in... definitely not Tank's shadow. Tank is not casting any shadow anywhere. Tank is going to be casting shadows in courtrooms and cell blocks. There is no shadow. I'm muted again? God damn. Fuck. Romeo Lima Charlie? Okay. Now, the Tank is not casting shadows anywhere for Devin to be in, okay? Tank is going to be casting shadows in courtrooms and cell blocks and shower rooms. That's where he's going to be casting shadows. Probably. I don't wish it on him, but at this rate, I mean, if he don't calm his ass down and sit his ass down somewhere, his shadow will be nowhere near the sport of boxing. So to say that Devin is in Tank's shadow is wild and out of control. It speaks of desperation. And if the belts don't matter, you don't give a shit about belts, all you want to see is prize fighting, this, that, and the third, well, create a league that don't have belts. Why are you covering the sport of professional boxing if that doesn't matter? If these things don't matter, if the rankings are manipulated and it's bullshit, and, if you've been on that for years, I have to question what are you covering the sport of boxing for? It's okay to acknowledge that there are problems in the sport, right? There are issues all over the place with the sport. PEDs, ranking maneuverings. Yeah, there's some shit that needs to be cleaned up. But at the end of the day, these fighters that you talk about, that you cover, including Abdullah Mason, they are going for belts. They, like Abdullah Mason, right? Joseph Jackson was in his chat, or on his panel, and told him that Abdullah Mason got more buzz because of the fact that he is now a champion. And KO's like, no, it's because his performance against Sam Noakes. It's because of his performance against Sam Noakes. But that's one aspect. See, it's not either or, right? It's not either or. Right? Because there's Abdullah Mason's performance and the fact that he's the youngest champion in boxing right now. Because when they talk about Abdullah Mason now, they say Abdullah Mason is now the youngest champion, the youngest belt holder in the sport of boxing. Don't they talk about that? Salute to Jennifer Myers. Thank you. I appreciate you. The real Shelton. So what's up? What's good with you, brother? He said, so he's against belts, but talking greasy about Bud for giving. That's what I said that earlier. It makes no goddamn sense. He's an idiot. See, people, he's stupid, right? Because he thinks that that people that watch him, that people that listen to him are stupid. But he says stupid shit like that. He'll contradict himself in the same breath. But nonetheless, I wonder why he covers the sport. Because these other fighters that he covered, they are in the rank. Bam Bam Rodriguez, he's a champion. Abdullah Mason is now the youngest champion. You cover him, you like him. What are you talking about? So I'm like, well, going for undisputed, going for unifications, they don't really matter. But then you say, well, you got these champions over here in 140, but you don't care about champions and belts. What are you talking about? He's stupid. Anyway, let me get out of here, guys. I got some shit to do, but I appreciate you guys stopping by. Y'all stay up. And I will let you guys know when I'm going to be going live with I Am True Will. We're going to be talking about the good old Trump administration and the war crimes they're committing and the other atrocities. Yeah, I'm okay, Mike Piccolo. I'm very okay. Anyway, thank you guys for coming through. Much love. Like, share, subscribe, and let's keep marching forward toward freedom and truth. Peace.